Heyo, my Planet Coaster friends, Johnny5 Alive here, and welcome back to another episode of Coaster Spotlight Contest Edition. Today we're going to be looking at White Mountain Ghost, created by Voodoochile. And here they say, this is the story of White Mountain Ghost. The ride will take you to heaven, hell, and a few places in between. Oh, that's it. That's literally it. Oh, wow. Seat 1, sound effects to 50%. Music is loaded in. All right, let's change the music to 50% and get on with the episode. Ladies and gentlemen, but a quick word from today's sponsor. This video is brought to you by Channel 5 Merch. Check them out, guys. We have all sorts of stuff, and if you want to save some money, there's going to be a discount code for a limited time, so use the discount code ROAD2 100K. Links are down in the description below to the Teespring site. And let's get back to the video. Okay, here we are at the coaster. We've turned the music to 50%, or the sound effects. Wait, let me make sure I did the right one. Music, sound effects, we're good. All right, let's get on with the ride. Here we go. Wow. Wow. Let me get my volume down so we can talk about this while we ride it back a little bit more. I don't know if we're going to do the whole thing, but I definitely want to make some comments on some of the things here. I definitely think this has some of the most beautiful scenes, but also a lot of intense action scenes. Things are kicking off with a bang right away with this scene here. What the heck? Boom. We go into the side. That is so cool. Come on. Oh, wow, we haven't seen anything like that quite yet in the contest so far. That was freaking spectacular. These scenes are really well lit, too. The colors are great. Boom! And this is where I was just jaw-dropped. I didn't know what to expect next, and boom. This is one of the best scenes I've ever seen with, like, barely anything used but a lens flare, the sunlight, some screen effects, like some saturation. But just the way the blue looked and the sky and the white, it was just so mesmerizing. I hadn't seen anything like that. Such a little amount of art, just some hills and some camera effects, and it just was like, wow, so captivating. Same, this is a whole heaven is what you're depicting here. We got butterfly trees and angelic statues, and there's the gateway to heaven, and huge misdirect here. The ground collapses beneath us, and we're going straight down. That is freaking crazy in the bats. It wasn't that well timed, but that's fine. Now, this is really freaking cool, too. The scenes are really impressive. I think that's what this coaster itself, or this submission contest entry, has going for it, is some of the most gorgeous scenes. Us going through the cities like that with the streets, I just think everything was really well lit and it felt believable. The heavenly scene was really nice, and same with this like hell scene. It looks just really vibrant, and the use of the triggered events to create some of the things that you've created here is really impressive, and that is why we're getting about 12 FPS on this one. So if this one's running a little bit laggier on your guys' end, that is because there's so many triggers that it is, and it's a massive creation. This was impressive to me. You created an angel, it's flapping its wings, or I guess a demon, and look at the way the gradient pulls up that. Wow. I was really impressed by that. So you created like 3 or 4 different frames of the wings opening and closing. You staggered them all, you triggered them all to animate at the same time, and you did it in sequence so it looked like it was flying upward. It's just so impressive to me. The amount of patience gone into that, and it had such a high payoff. I was just blown away by the vibrance of it. Now, I do feel like that anarchy scene there, we revisited it too much. I really like this. I was like, oh, now we're in space. And the way you have the star panels coming at us in such a dynamic way as we're twisting and turning, and the sun flaring in like that just looked so cool. And then it just warps into, I wish it kept it in frame a little bit, because it just like warped into place. I think it wasn't timed quite right, but the way the stars are glimmering past us and the camera's twisting, I think that was the best starry space scene I've ever seen. A lot of people just do the straight lines, and for whatever reason, that one just looked a lot more believable than the ones I've seen in the past. But yeah, this anarchy scene we revisit 3 or 4 times, and I was kind of getting a little bit burnt out from it. You know, from what you just said in your description, a lot of heaven, some hell, and some places in between. It was mostly this, and I feel like we could have done away with a little bit less of this. Yeah, it was just a little bit too heavy. Now, the underwater scene here was really nice. I would have liked to see a little bit more coral and reefs and underwater things like that. It's a little bit plain, a little bit bare, but you filled it up with a lot of animatronics, fish and things, and the lighting again and the camera work is really nice, and looking up at the glaciers above us is just really cool. Yeah, it's a nice scene. I do think it could be dressed up a little bit more, but it does its job, and again, it creates these beautiful views of color and lighting. And I really like that. So yeah, this one has a lot of really interesting elements and good things going for it. This hellish scene was a little bit repetitive for me. If we would have trimmed that down just a bit, I think that would have been the perfect amount. You know, we got a little bit of everything. The space scenes are great. Yeah, just like now we're just going too much into this. I don't think this scene was necessary, as impressive as it is, with the hands like lava flowing upwards and throwing stuff at us. Maybe this scene would have been good if there wasn't 2 other ones. Maybe this is all it needed. A mixture of the first scene and the last scene combined, all in one. I don't know. This was cool. I like this. And then we go into this craziness. Boom. It's like we're in a coffin, a never-ending coffin, and we're falling through it. It's so crazy. really crazy stuff. Yeah, there's a lot of things just so interesting about this one. It's a dark ride, but then it's mixed in with like action, and the camera effects are really top quality. It's neat. Really, really neat. This is a tricky one for me because it's done well. It has a lot of action, beautiful scenes. I wouldn't know where to rank this. I really like it. The opening scene was the lighting was great. The action elements going through those buildings, freaking ramming through the sides of them. It has a lot of really, really good stuff. I think the one thing is that maybe it was too drawn out. Like I said, those 3 scenes down in the depths of hell or whatever. I think they could have been trimmed down into one, and then it would have been the perfect balance of under the water, heaven, space, earth, and then coming back up through the crypts to life again. It's tough because it's really good. All those animatronics and those special effects coming together. You did a lot of really impressive things. So I definitely think this is a top contender. At the end of the day, it's up to the viewers. What did you guys think of this creation here? Fire away, leave your comments down below. This was really spectacular stuff. Like some really cool scenes. This action coaster contest is turning out to be something special, I tell you what. So great job on this one, Voodoochile with White Mountain Ghost. And love to read your comments, what you thought of this one. It's a really solid one in my opinion. And that's gonna do it for me in today's episode. Thank you guys all so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you in the next submission. Bye now.